I tried to tell you, Red. I tried to tell you. One of these episodes was going to be a snooze fest till I showed up. Welcome. Welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. Here live. Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez with my good friend Joey Franchise, and the rest of the crew will be joining us soon, but it's on everybody's mind as we sit on the eve, the half-hour eve of 2 new episodes of Daredevil Born Again, Joey.
Yeah.
The snooze fest that we went through on episode 4. It was episode 4, right?
Bro, yeah.
Until spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching Daredevil Born Again, we're going to spoil a bunch of stuff, okay? Yeah, great. Until the Punisher himself, apparently Daredevil could just find him, because whatever, right?
Right.
Because he's Daredevil. I don't know how that works. But it's like a hodge. The episode, it was cool. More dialogue, more theater. The scene with Charlie Cox and John Bernthal was great. But another filler episode, another setting up episode, another introducing the new White Tiger episode. I mean, it's all in the tea leaves. You know what I mean? And he's getting his practice on the roof. Tarek practices on the roof all the time. He told me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely do.
Well,
But Florida roofs. The Florida roofs aren't that high.
Yeah.
Florida roofs.
I thought you were gonna talk like the Punisher to me. I thought you were gonna say, Red, I told you, Red. All these episodes weren't gonna be good, Red.
He was on his. Y'all didn't like the episode?
It was okay.
It was a slow roast, bro.
Yeah.
Slow roast.
They're focused on a slow build.
Yeah.
I guess for the next 5 or 6 episodes. And then a big explosion.
All right, we're on the eve of 2 episodes today. I was gonna say let's do a watch party, but I don't know if we could do 2 episodes back to back. That's a tall.
Hey, game time decision, man. I guess. I mean, I'm with whatever.
I don't know. Let's see how we feel when we get to the end. We might have a short show today. There's not a lot of stuff going on except for Daredevil.
There's some MCU news.
Yeah. There's some leaks and rumors and stuff like that, and maybe Kang and maybe Jonathan Majors and a bunch of different stuff. I guess we could touch on that before we really get deep into the episode. On the rumor side of things, apparently Jonathan Majors, this alleged letter that he wrote to Kevin Feige.
Hey, why you say alleged? You don't believe he wrote it? You think he made it up?
He said that he did, so I believe it,
I mean, yeah, it came out of his mouth.
It came out of his mouth, so I guess it's not alleged, but alleged that we haven't seen it. This is the first time we heard of it.
Yeah.
I just interesting that he's talking about this now, on the cusp of like we really don't think they're gonna have Kang for a couple scenes in these upcoming projects at least. What do you say, Tarek?
I don't think they're gonna have Kang yet.
Right.
I mean, I think they'll talk to him. I just saw Magazine Dreams, which was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. So he's gonna probably get some award buzz just from that.
Dang.
And at that point, you bring him back in.
Right.
I don't know if they need Kang. I think this is a situation if the fans clamor for it, they'll probably do it. But I don't think any of us believe Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Dr. Doom for the fruition of the whole project of the entire series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. So they're going to probably have another Dr. Doom. And then after that, maybe they can throw some Kang in.
It's possible they're going to play around with it. What do you say, Joey? What's the rumor mill? You're deep in the rumor mill there.
Haven't heard really too much of them, entertaining the idea of bringing Jonathan Majors back. However, I think they're waiting to see what the buzz is and the reception is on this Magazine Dreams project. I mean, you got Tarek telling us it's really good. I'm excited to watch it myself. I love his campaign for it. He's been on a lot of interviews, on a nice press run, and just kind of winning the people back and really sharing his story and everything that happened from the case to you know everything about the movie and what he appreciates, as far as the journey. Like, you're getting to see him kind of be human and have open conversations about everything. And he's very, for the most part, from the interviews I've seen, very transparent. And I think that's really good. I think that's what people need to see. He must have a really good PR team and that's got him on the right, path to being, a person who I think he will be a likable, actor again, regardless of the circumstances that he faced or he dealt with previously in the past couple years. But
Yeah.
as far as the Kang character, I still think there is hope, to be honest with you. And I think him sharing that letter with Kevin Feige and not being a letter of, hey, bring me back as Kang, but more as a thank you and I appreciate it. I love the character. I was, embodied in the character, and just the opportunity alone, he's just just being grateful for it. And I thought that was really good. And I think that leaves room, because if again, we've had this conversation before. James Gunn, not a great track record. He got let go for some stuff from past tweets.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. has had a very cloudy, you know, past before becoming Iron Man. I mean, he wasn't even the first choice for the role. They rolled the dice on him because Tom Cruise couldn't do it. Um, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's got their, their vices and things that their trials and tribulations.
Right.
And I understand, when it comes to the mouse ears, you really gotta, it's like playing for the Yankees. You clean shave. I mean,
Yeah,
now
you
they're letting
got.
the beards go for the Yankees, but back then it was just clean shave. You gotta have a clean slate.
That's right.
But I think Jonathan Majors is doing the right thing, though. Whether he's Kang, going down the road again, or he gets to play the character again in a future MCU series or movie. I mean, I hope nothing but the best. My prediction is that maybe he will come back, and I know there's a rumor going around of a possible Young Avengers Disney Plus series
Yeah.
in the wings, waiting around. Hopefully, he can maybe come back and be play Kang in that, because that was a big villain with the Young Avengers. So we shall see.
Yeah.
I
We'll
haven't
see.
closed the door yet. I think they're waiting to see how
Mm,
his this magazine Dreams is well received, and I think Marvel might knock on that door again. That's my
right.
prediction.
Okay. Welcome to Richard T's. What up, brother?
What
What's going
up,
on? We
brothers?
talking about the letter Jonathan Majors wrote to Kevin Feige, and is it in the? He's talking about it right now publicly. Is it still in the tea leaves? We're gonna see some Jonathan Majors back as Kang possibly in the future.
Well, Jonathan Majors has to do a lot of serious brown nosing if he wants to do that, and he's doing it. I mean, he says he loves Feige, he loves Marvel. He said those are his people. I mean, kind of foreshadowing a little bit that he could be making a return. Maybe not. He's not counting it totally out. But I wasn't here for what Joey said or what anybody said. But I would like to see him come back. I would like to see that story play out, especially because of how Loki ended, how Ant-Man and the Wasp ended. So I just want to see those plot points kind of come. Even if it's just like 10, 15 minutes of Kang being in Doomsday so that Doctor Doom figures out how to go through the multiverse or something. I don't know, but I would like to see at least a little bit of Jonathan Majors and him kind of get his redemption back. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Frankie, we're gonna talk about the new Batman movie. What's on the horizon? Apparently, the Patterson Batman movie's got a new title that I haven't quite figured out what that new title is, but it's reportedly has a new working title. If anybody's heard anything, by all means, chime
All I
in.
know is that movie ain't coming out till like 2027.
Yeah, so they could change the name. Yeah, it's got sort of gets a title change. Let's see
I just
here.
seen this. Yes.
Yeah, 2027. Let's
Yo,
see.
he hasn't even turned in the script yet, Matt Reeves.
It's called Untitled
Oh, he
Batman
hasn't turned in
Film
a script?
now.
But
Yeah, that's not even
my
that's
thing,
not even
my
the
thing,
title.
if they've already announced that
What
Robert
the part two?
Pattinson
Untitled
is
Batman
not gonna,
film part two. That's what it's called.
if they've already announced that he's not gonna be the Batman, then what's the point of him doing another Batman movie?
Oh, but this is the Matt Reeves verse, the Penguin verse, the other stuff.
Oh,
It's a
to
Yeah.
go
different
in with
vibe.
The
to go
part
in with
that sucks
HBO.
about this part that sucks about all this is the fact that now James Gunn has to put the pause because this is going to exist in Elseworld. It's already been
Yeah.
confirmed
Yep.
and set
They
in
they
stone. Even
they
though James Gunn did fight for Robert Pattinson and try to have that conversation with Matt Reeves to include him in the DCU, Matt Reeves said no. I want this to exist somewhere else. I want to tell a certain story and my Batman to be a certain way. Cool, fair game. Elseworld. Now this puts the pause on Batman Bold and the Brave, bro. This ain't gonna come out till maybe 2029 now. Like, we need to see like this Superman connect
Mhm.
with this Batman in the next couple years, and this probably won't happen for the next 6-7 years.
Yeah, and it seems that another rumor that's out there is the villain that's going to be a Mister Freeze villain for this part two.
I'm curious to know
Um,
how they're gonna pull
possibly.
that off because it's
Yeah.
such a like a real world based kind of themed film. It's very like I felt like Batman like walks among us watching this. You know what I'm saying? So like, how am I supposed to believe that Mister Freeze walks among us? I need to
I don't
kind
know.
of because they got this kind of gangster feel, like mob feel. They're in that Batman detective
Yeah.
mob era right now to curve and to do the Mister Freeze thing. I'd be curious to see. I mean, I'm a Mister Freeze fan, but I'm just to make it exist
Apparently,
i-
there's
in live action
um
in that world. I don't know.
yeah. So
I think it'll be a less like technical, a more technical Mr. Freeze. Like he has technical knowledge. He's not particularly frozen type situation.
yeah.
Like he won't be in like a big iron suit. I'm guessing it'll be. We can see kind of where they were going with the
Yeah.
Riddler, how he played things. It'll be
It's gonna
like
be more
his crimes and
a little
his,
sci-fi-ish.
how he affects people or does crime is with the
I think
freezing stuff. I doubt it might be a vengeance thing for what, but I doubt he'll be blue or I don't
I
know,
think it'll
maybe.
be a
But
little sci-fi-ish. You know?
I love the way I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said, Tarek, because with the Penguin, they made all those villains very like they didn't have superpowers and stuff. They were very human like, and I think
yeah,
that's something that they could play with Mister Freeze. Maybe how Penguin becomes Penguin with the cold somehow, and Penguin's supposed to like cold, right? So I mean, maybe that plays in somehow, some way.
Iceberg
yeah,
Lounge.
yeah, Frankie. I see you, dog. Like that Arnold
Yeah,
Mr.
it was
Freeze
painful.
was the worst.
It was
That was the
painful.
worst thing. I thought that was the end of Arnold's career. If he didn't have Terminator 2 and under his belt, that might
He
have been
went
it for
full.
Arnold.
Didn't he go
Even
full
the
politician after that?
I don't know if he went politician after that one, but it was not that far off. But
That's
not for
funny.
nothing too. Like, I think even the dialogue was so bad for Arnold. Like, it was like the most obvious puns or freeze puns you could make.
Yeah, chill out.
Okay, everybody, chill.
There's apparently a 5-minute preview out for Superman that some people have watched already. Yeah, so that's
Oh,
buzzing. They got this new marketing company behind the Superman movie. They got rid of the old market, the guys with the cross-eyed Superman gate. The guys behind that, they got rid of them, and they're working on they're working in the DC world. Yeah,
I heard that the screen tests for the movie have been really, really good.
really. I heard the
Yes,
opposite.
really.
Yeah.
I gotta find. I'll find my source via Twitter, but or X.
I, I heard that I heard that they weren't good, but then when I went into the
Mhm.
article that said it wasn't good, it was literally one person said it wasn't, and then other people had positive reviews. So they led with the negative to get you to look at it, which it did. It got me to look at it. I was gonna look at it anyway, but
Yeah. So, talking about DC, because DC is all over the place, right? You got the old Snyderverse. You got whatever the heck Rock tried to do. You got now you got the Patterson verse. You have James Gunn's thing now, but now apparently they're still playing around with a lot of those old ideas, old Snyderverse stuff, because apparently there's still this air cut of the first Suicide Squad movie that exists somewhere in a vault somewhere in Warner Brothers. And one of the sizzling articles that's on the internet right now says here's the headline: Suicide Squad's mythic air cut could see release once DC gets some scores on the board, quote unquote. So, at this juncture where James Gunn's head and he doesn't care about the different universes and stuff like that, and telling different stories about the characters. Do you guys foresee an air cut finally hitting streaming at least? And I'm sorry, anybody?
Cut of what now?
An air cut version of the first Suicide Squad movie, which is apparently allegedly a completely different movie.
I sincerely hope not.
Even if it's an Elseworlds kind of thing, just like something for fun. Like, here, watch this.
No. They already got too much going on. Like we were just talking about. This one Batman is set in, looks like it's set in 1970s Chicago, and Superman is set whenever, and they got not Martian Manhunter, they got Green Lanterns flying around, and those two worlds don't exist. And then we got the animated, we got Creature Commandos, and they have this horrible Yakuza Batman animated series. I don't know why they did that.
Good.
Animated series. It looks terrible. They got that going on. So let's stop. It had some good things. You got Creature Commandos, that was good. The first with this Robert Pattinson Batman, that was good. Let's just keep the momentum going in this direction. Let's not look back.
What do you say, Joey?
When is Snyder going to do something?
What's Snyder going to do?
Like, why does he have 3 versions of every movie he's ever done?
I don't know.
Like, why does he do that?
I don't know why he does that.
Just get the original edit and get it right.
He's always got the long form and the slow. It's the slow motion in his movies. That's what it is, I think.
You can't do that anywhere else in the world. You can't give your girl a story and then say, okay, let me go take that story back. Here's the real story.
Well, this is a different director, though, to be respectful.
This is actually what I wanted to say.
What's funny though, the Rebel Moon director's cuts are actually superior products than the original.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually really good.
I might have to rewatch.
They actually like it makes a lot more sense, the plot wise, at least, even if it's not your cup of tea. But Joey, an air cut of Suicide Squad, or nah, bro? Are we done? We don't really need to see this.
I will watch it out of curiosity.
So you don't mind if it exists somewhere in a streaming service somewhere?
I mean, I think,
and curiosity, people can watch it.
What does Max have to lose at this point? I mean, they probably won't do it.
They're gonna get folded in like you buy it like a channel on Amazon soon anyway. So,
listen, David Ayer doesn't have. I don't even think David Ayer has like a fraction of what Zack Snyder's like fan base is. You know what I mean? Like the outcry for that Justice League director's cut was so insane. There was petitions for it.
There's a little crossover though.
Yeah, but again, like there was a huge outcry for that Justice League.
The first Justice League, people had so many complaints that they petitioned for the Snyder cut to come out, to make it longer, to add in all the storylines, the plot lines that they felt like they were missing. They had a little bit more from the scenes from the post-apocalyptic world. So it's like, dude, how many versions do we need? I don't know. But if we're gonna restart this, this entire thing over and this entire universe over, we just need to get it done. Because right now, they just keep on making announcement after announcement, and they're not getting anything done.
Yeah, well, and they do say in the article that it's going to take a lot of wins in the win column for them to even consider throwing that up out there in the world.
That they had a window here where they could have came up with some projects where Marvel was kind of off and kind of down, and I don't think they quite took advantage of it. I think they got the fan base back like
Mm.
interested, but they could have kind of like narrowed that gap a lot
Yeah.
more than they
Yeah,
did.
if this were
And I
to
understand that because I'm wearing a Giants hat, so I know.
if this were to come out, it had to have happened like shortly after the Snyder cut came out. Like,
Mm.
hey, let's get all this, Snyderverse stuff out the way. Release that Ayer cut of the movie. Let's see how people react to it.
But
Let's build the hype again while Marvel's down, like kind of down bad right now. Let's at least get some hype around like the future, and you know what I mean. Like pick up the pieces that we dropped. You know what
I
I mean? Like
would I would be all cool with that. But we had Birds of Prey, we had Suicide Squad 2, like all of these stories that continued that story. So it's like
Why
I
go
don't
back?
know.
but
Yeah, why
Suicide
go back?
Squad 2, did Suicide Squad 2 come out after
Apparently.
the Snyder cut?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Not only did it come
Yes.
out after the
It came
Snyder
out in the
Cut, but
pandemic too.
it kind of continued the team and had all these deaths to show like the fact what Suicide Squad is. That it's a team where all the members, for some reason or another, end up dying. So
um.
They did Peacemaker too. Peacemaker tied in
Yeah.
that
It did.
that as well.
Peacemaker was good, and that's definitely getting another
Yeah.
season.
So I
So
think
they're working on that
so
now.
because of
So.
that, the Peacemaker season 2, which is kind of be more supposedly in James Gunn's version of this,
Mhm.
you know, with some of those old characters and old looks at stuff. I think he's playing around with these ideas. You know what I mean? Like this, he's really doubling down on the multiple universes of DC. You know, as a story idea and arc and just something that exists in his storytelling. You know what I mean?
I'm curious to see how the season 2, fits in to this, DCU, because it actually is a part of it. So
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna use Peacemaker 2 as like a comedic relief as to like the switch over
Oh yeah, definitely.
of the guard at DC.
Definitely. Definitely. So going back to the Snyder stuff. So get ready. Apparently there's a date that all the Restore the Snyderverse people are focusing on blowing up and taking over internet and trying to make trend restore the hashtag restore the Snyderverse because they want Warner Brothers to magically sell the Snyderverse to Netflix or somebody who has the money to continue it.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
How
It's
do they
pretty,
how
it's
they gonna
pretty
do
How
that?
do
crazy.
people have this
Well,
time?
they feel like they feel empowered because they got the Snyder cut out, and kudos to them. Hey, we got the Snyder cut, so they feel like they've been rallying their troops and getting themselves hyped, and they've been focused on this date to make it happen, or to at least make the hashtag trend really hard. So yeah, so get ready
Whatever
for
they
that.
do, they need to start it soon because they're losing a lot of people with how much time they're taking.
Yeah, it's happening soon sometime.
Yeah, if Superman is bad, then I don't know what they do. I don't know how they bounce back.
That's true.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
That
I
is
can't even
true.
tell you.
We got 3 minutes before the 2 episodes drop of Daredevil Born Again. So I know you're pretty sore on the episode, Joey. So I'll let you start off episode 4. What did we just watch?
Man, listen. First off, let me just say, I know everybody's like really excited to have Daredevil Born Again, and I'm just maybe it's just me, but I'm not like hyped about it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
excited about watching these episodes. I think the first episode was cool. I had my little gripes with it and whatnot. Fast forward to the fourth one, it's just been really a slow roast. I mean, I understand the whole White Tiger storyline, and him getting murked off and right at the third episode, at the end of the third episode. I understand that, but man, it's been a slow roast, bro, and it's just like heavy dialogue. And
Did you at
man,
least like the scene with
I
Punisher
did
and
it,
Daredevil?
and that's really what picked up that episode 4. Give John Berthal the damn Emmy for that performance, bro. Like I thought
He
he
saved the
really
whole
like
episode.
he's like he touched my soul with that. I was like, damn, man, like yeah, Punisher, chill. Like he's like, he talks about his son, and then he tries to get Daredevil to say, hey, I know you're thinking of Foggy,
Mhm.
like that type of stuff. So
Mhm.
it was really I thought that was a really groundbreaking scene to get us hyped for what's to come in the season after having such a slow build.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting Muse at the end too was pretty intense as well.
Mm.
And seeing all the Daredevil masks stacked up, he's at his lair practicing, ready to put the suit back on. So yeah, now we're ready to hold on and get ready for this ride.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
see. We've got 2 episodes here.
I just want to big up Kingpin for. I want to big up Kingpin for and Vanessa for going to therapy.
They
I
sticking
value
to it
that. I
though.
think it's a
I think it's
valuable thing.
interesting. I think it's funny.
I think you're sticking to
Yeah.
that
Oh
therapy. I think
yeah.
that's a good thing. It's
I'm
a
just
good
waiting
thing
for it
for
to
them
go
to
off
be
the
doing that.
rails to get a little odd.
Well, not even just that,
Hey, when it,
Kingpin ain't too big to get cheated on either. Yeah, we saw that. I mean, we saw that. We seen a little problems between Kingpin and his wife. But the one thing that I really like at the end of that episode, not
Mm.
just with him looking at the Daredevil stuff, him practicing, him kind of foreshadowing that Daredevil's coming back after all that dialogue
Warming up. He
between.
was warming up.
No, he's warming up, and they're coming back. But the thing that that like I saw at the end is when Kingpin's eating and that guy's in the cage and he's
Hmm.
like screaming, "Let
The
me
jump
out!
off.
Let
The
me
jump
out!"
off's in the cage.
Yeah,
He got the jump off in the cage,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah.
that right there. Yeah, it's funny because like he got the jump off in the cage,
Yeah.
but I think it's more so a symbolism of what's about to be released, not just from Kingpin, but also with
Hmm.
Daredevil,
Yeah.
of what's about to come out in the next couple of episodes. I made
Okay.
jokes saying that they should call this Matt Murdock and not Daredevil because there hasn't been Daredevil yet, and
That's
in
true.
this next episode looks like we're gonna get that. Again, the vigilantes and everything. I gotta give a shout out to the comic guys. I saw a video that was
Mm.
really interesting, a theory
Mm.
that could be happening.
Okay.
Because they've already announced that Foggy and then we're gonna come back for season 2, and they brought a really interesting theory about Foggy
Mm.
might not be dead.
I think that's
They're
possible.
saying
Yeah, that's a possible
there
theory.
is
I've seen
a
that theory. Yeah.
yes, so there's the comic book. I believe it's
I think it's
edition 486 or something
something
like
like that.
that.
Yeah, he fakes his death in that story.
They fake Foggy's death,
Mm.
and in this episode, if you look a year later when he looks at the mail, it says 486 on it, which
Mm.
is kind of like a callback to the comic book. So could Foggy be dead? Could they be? Could Adamantium bring him back? Could they have
Adamantium.
faked his
There's
death
your
for
word again,
something else?
Tarek. This should transition to
Adamantium.
you. Adamantium.
But I'm saying like
uh,
it was a
yeah, with
really cool
adamantium.
theory of what they had coming back with Foggy since he is coming back. But also with this is setting up all the other vigilantes and hopefully the defenders to come back too. So I I actually, I wasn't excited before. This episode, just with the last 5 minutes of the episode, I'll even say the last 15 minutes, got me excited for the next couple of
Oh,
episodes because I know Daredevil's coming back and
okay.
there's going to be some fight.
All right. All right. Tarek, um, what I thought about when I watched this episode, I felt like, okay, this is where the hodgepodging of where they wanted to go and where they said, no, we need to go this way. A lot of it, I think, is happening in this episode. The insertion of the scene, the Punisher scene, that kind of like search, like he kind of knows where Punisher is just by default. Like it just feels like there's like plot
He
beats
sniffed them
that
out.
got plot beats that got cut out for other
Yeah.
ideas. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The episode is not bad, but it's definitely another like
It's a
building
setup
on
episode for sure.
setups that and it seems like there was a lot of setups that were eliminated for that whole travel there for him to walk to Punisher's lair. Well, what do you think, Terry?
I mean, yeah, I think you have to build up. Punisher was so
Mm,
popular. I think you have to build up this slow to get
mm,
to him. Um, I was okay with the
mm,
episode with the idea that like we do need to sympathize with Matt Murdock in order to like Daredevil. Like if he's just bouncing around, and that's what made Punisher such a great show, because you sympathize with Frank Castle because of his real life, and then when he's Punisher, you're like, finally he's getting his. So to see them two get together, I thought it was dope, especially since my man's been training now and going back, and you know, Frank is definitely a good bridge to bring up other vigilantes to say like, oh, he inspired them and he's got them doing, you know, whatever, and then the contrast between the two. So I don't know how you set up the other vigilantes any better, especially since, you know, what I'm gonna call White Tiger. Was it White Tiger?
Yeah.
White Tiger. Since, you know, he's gone, this is the perfect way to set that up, you know. Right. So I'm cool with it. I do want to see Daredevil and Punisher work together this season. I don't know if it's gonna happen. But I'm very curious to see what other vigilantes we're going to see. And I was trying to go through my mental Rolodex of street level vigilantes that Daredevil might run into, you know, and I couldn't really, off the top of my head, think of that many that he hasn't already worked with. So I'm hyped for the 2 episodes. There's a reason he's putting these 2 together, probably.
Yeah, because the first one's probably trash.
It's another setting up stuff episode.
I'm just saying, they gave us the first 2 episodes together. Why? Because the first one was really good, and the second one was just a setup episode for the third one. And then, I mean, ever since we really haven't got any Daredevil. And like I said, hopefully this next episode, you know, he's warming up.
All right. That's all I got, guys. If we're forgetting anything, any rumors anybody want to talk about, anything anybody watched?
No more rumors, more Andor trailers. Andor is looking like it's going to be dope.
This recent Andor trailer looks a lot better
than
the teaser.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah, I was just talking to some homies at the barbershop, and they were telling me how awesome Andor is, so I might have to check it out.
That's cool.
Assassin's Creed is doing very well as a video game. I haven't played it, of course, because I don't have anything to play it on yet. But
they said that
everyone's
mad because you can't be the samurai for most of the game.
Yeah, they pulled a Daredevil on us.
Damn. Oh, there's some MCU news in regards to Scarlet Witch. Apparently, Elizabeth Olsen said she will not be in the upcoming Avengers movie.
Yeah, sure.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, and I won't get a big bag of popcorn and watch it in the movie theater. Who knows? I don't believe anybody any of those actors what they say. Them non-disclosure agreements are solid. You know.
Didn't Benedict Cumberbatch say he's not in the Avengers movie also?
And then he redacted that.
He was like, I wasn't sure.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I've been watching
really crazy.
Castlevania, the most recent Castlevania. Pretty good watch so far.
Castlevania Nocturne.
The season 2, pretty good so far. Yeah,
it's dope.
So I'm looking forward to finishing that. That's what I'm watching now after I'm caught up with Daredevil, Born Again stuff. So because we got Reacher.
I heard a complaint that we don't talk about anime enough from someone. And they're right. And I'm not going to subscribe to Crunchyroll. Then I'm definitely not going to start.
We get One Punch Man. If we want to talk about anime, One Punch Man season 3 coming out this month.
Now I'm lit for that.
Yeah, I can watch One Punch Man because that's on Hulu, so I can watch that. But I've been hearing rave reviews about Solo Leveling. So
everybody's on Solo Leveling for some weird reason. I'm in this chat with some buddies of mine from Atlanta, and all they talk about is Solo Leveling this and Solo Leveling that. And this guy's power leveling.
Number one voted anime this year was Solo Leveling.
Yeah, so I gotta catch up because I finally caught up to My Hero Academia. Whatever is available on Netflix. I know there's a whole bunch of seasons more, but this gives me a chance to off ramp now to something new. So I might do the Solo Leveling. Let's see.
Solo Leveling seems to be the one. So
I say what, Terry? If you commit to me right now, let's catch up on some Solo Leveling so we can talk about it. Okay, here on the show. Yeah,
I'll catch fine. I'll do it.
Cool. I'll go on that ride with y'all.
I still haven't watched the finale of Attack on Titan.
Yo, you're gonna put it in
I know.
theaters, dog. You know it's coming out
I
in theaters.
actually just started Attack on Titan again for the third time.
Oh wow. I don't know.
Because
There's a
it was
I mean, so I just
confusing.
started for the third time.
It's confusing. It's very
Sometimes it gets
confusing.
confusing, and there's some depressing ish that happens
It
in that
is.
show. So I don't know. I want to put myself in that situation. So
I'm just trying to figure out the
my
timelines
life is
as I'm
pretty
watching the
depressing as
show.
it is right now.
Yeah. Attack on Titan is like 12 Years a Slave
It is
anime.
almost. It is.
It's tough.
Oh,
It's
man.
a
It is
hard watch.
I'm gonna go back and watch Dragon Ball Super from the beginning. It might be better. All right. That's all I got for today's show. Unless I'm forgetting something, Joey. You got with all no rumors? Have we talked about everything today? Yeah.
Nothing too crazy going on, dog.
Too crazy
Just
going
Daredevil, man. New episodes dropping.
They're out. They're out right now. They're up on there right now. Well, I'm gonna try and watch them right now. Let's wrap up the show today a little early, so you guys go check it out too. If you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, thank you so much. You go listen to us audio version, Geek Culture Congress podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Definitely go subscribe to Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. We are the official live home of the Geek Culture Congress podcast, and you could be a part of the show with your comments, just like Frankie was today. Yeah, we want you to come join us. We're here 8:30 every Tuesday Eastern Standard Time on the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. We record the show. Okay, so if you listen to the after the live show, or you listen to the audio version of this, come join us. Right, Joey, let them know how they can follow you, sir.
At Joey Franchise on all socials and at Franchise on Film.
And Mr. Rich Ortiz.
At Richie_Ortiz, as you see right here. And I won't be here next week. I'll be in Japan.
Japan. Oh,
Japan.
Very nice.
Konnichiwa.
I'm sending you sneaker spots to go to visit. Grab me some gear.
Bet.
You know what I'm looking for.
And of
Macross
course,
stuff.
yeah. And if you see some,
Macross.
you see some fire stuff out there, let me know, man. Collectible stuff, let me know.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Tarek Lewis, let me know they can follow you, sir.
The Tarek Lewis on Instagram and also at YouTube.
All right, and of course, me, you can follow me at DJ SpeedyJR, all the socials. You can follow the show on Instagram, Geek Culture Congress Podcast, all together. And tomorrow I'll be watching a preview of A Working Man. Yeah, so I'm gonna go check out that tomorrow. So I'll be talking about that on the show next Tuesday. But of course, the spoiler-free review will be up on the audio version podcast feed as soon as I watch it. And then, yeah.
Did I talk about Snow White?
No, yeah, go ahead. Give us Snow White. It's apparently it's negative, like under 2.0 on IMDb. It's crazy.
I didn't think it was that bad. Damn, you know what? Now that I really got to sit with it, it wasn't great. All right, I will say the one thing I didn't expect was to like the musical numbers. The musical numbers were solid.
Yeah, you were.
I just didn't like the CGI dwarfs. I wasn't a big fan of that. There's a time when because they kind of switched the story up just a tad bit. Right. I just didn't like the stuff they try to build around it to make the movie longer than what it really is, like the story really is. Some of it kind of dragged at times, and Gal Gadot was I thought Gal Gadot was all right. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought she was a decent Wicked Witch. Okay. And old girl who plays Snow White, I didn't see a big issue with it. My biggest thing was like the CGI dwarfs and some of those filler, parts of the movie.
Apparently people ain't feeling it, Joey. They're not feeling it.
I think a lot of it too. There was a lot of heat around that movie before it even came out because apparently there was an issue between Snow White and the Wicked Witch in real life.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
there was real beef. Yeah, industry beef. Yes,
industry beef.
Oh yeah,
they should have thrown down on set
with our current with current events.
Oh, I get it.
In our world today.
Yes, I get it now. Interesting. Well, there you go, guys. Have a good one. Be safe. Enjoy Daredevil Born Again. We're going to talk about the 2 episodes next Tuesday right here on the show and everything else that's going on in Geekdom. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Peace.